You ever feel like your memory is like one of those copium plastic bags with a small hole in it? You put something in, turn around for a second, and poof, it's gone. The words are right on the tip of your tongue, you know it, but just cannot say it out. That feeling, so frustrating and makes you so angry, right? You go to NTUC Fair Price. Your list has 5 things. You reach home, unpack, then realize you forgot the 2 most important items. I.O. You just put down your spectacles and keys. You turn your head for 1 second, and then you try your best, but Dai also cannot remember where you put them. What's even scarier? Sometimes you're chatting with an old friend, a real kaki. His name is right there, floating in your mouth. But no matter how you try, you just can't call it out. The whole situation becomes so awkward, PZSIA. If you have these problems, I'm going to tell you something shocking today. Something that might just turn everything you thought you knew upside down. This is not some early sign of getting old. And it's definitely not the early stage of dementia that so many people scare themselves with. You've been mistaken for a very long time. The real culprit is the set of daily habits you've trusted for decades, but are completely and utterly wrong. Today, I will reveal this secret for you. A top neurologist, Dr. Tan Kok Wong, has been practicing for over 40 years. He's 85 years old, but his mind is sharper than many young people's. He has condensed his entire life's clinical experience into a scientific method that requires no medicine, has 0 side effects, and can miraculously reverse your memory decline in just a few weeks. This method has already helped thousands of patients get back the memories that were stolen from them. Are you ready? Let's win back our brains youth together. But wait a minute. Before we start, if you care about your health, please click the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because here, we talk about the truths that no one else wants to. I also want to know if you're on this journey with me. If you're watching this and can relate, please type 1 in the comments section. If not, type 0. If you're also struggling with similar issues, please leave a comment. I will do my best to answer your questions. Okay, let's continue. Many of my friends might be thinking, Aya, people get old, memory becomes poor, isn't that normal? I'm already in my 50s, my 60s. How can my memory be as good as a young person's? This belief is the first and biggest myth we need to break today. Dr. Tan Kok Wong has always stressed, age is absolutely not the definite cause of memory decline. He calls this common memory loss pseudoaging of the brain. What is pseudoaging? Let me use an analogy you understand immediately. Our brain is like a top-of-the-line supercomputer, fresh from the factory. Its performance is incredibly powerful. But what if, for a long time, this computer's power supply has been unstable? The voltage goes up and down. Can it work properly? This is like our poor quality of sleep. What if the computer's cooling fan is broken? The CPU temperature gets too high, always giving overheating warnings. Won't it start to lag, or even crash? This is like us being under chronic stress. And if you keep downloading suspicious software every day, filling it with junk files and viruses, can it still run fast? This is like the wrong foods we eat every day. You see, the computer itself isn't broken. It's the way you've been using it that's the big problem. Our brain is the same. Its functions are perfectly fine. It's just been dragged down by these wrong habits, making it look like it's old and broken. But this is actually just an illusion. Dr. Tan shared a case that left a deep impression on him. A lady, MDM Chon, was only 55. She was a primary school teacher. She used to be excellent at her job. But during that period, she found her memory was getting seriously bad. In class, she would suddenly forget what she was about to say. During meetings, right after her principal finished speaking, her mind would go completely blank. What terrified her most was one incident. She drove to Ghim Moh Market to buy groceries. After she was done, she stood in the multi-story car park and completely could not remember how to drive home. That feeling of fear kept her awake all night. She secretly went to the hospital for a checkup, terrified she was getting dementia. Her family didn't say anything, but their worried looks felt like needles pricking her. She felt like her life was over. Eventually, she found her way to Dr. Tan Kok Wang. Dr. Tan told her, "MDM Chon, you are not sick. Your brain is just too tired. You've been using it the wrong way, and now it's protesting." Following Dr. Tan's guidance, MDM Chon didn't take a single pill. She simply made a complete change to her lifestyle. And guess what happened? In just 3 short months, a miracle occurred. Not only did MDM Chon stop forgetting her words in class, her thinking became crystal clear. She even learned how to edit videos on her smartphone and have video calls with her friends. She was even better at it than many young people. She was glowing with energy, looking 20 years younger. She said, "I didn't just get my memory back, I got back my confidence and my hope for life." Law. MDM Chan's story teaches us something incredibly important. Your brain is far more powerful than you imagine. It has an amazing ability to heal itself. The key is, you must give it the right fuel and the right environment. And this method is what Dr. Tan calls the Memory Rebirth Quintet. Now, please get a pen and paper ready. Or save this video. Because every word that follows could change the quality of the rest of your life. Step 1. Deep sleep restoration. This is the first step, and Dr. Tan believes it's the most fundamental and crucial one. Because if you don't sleep well, no matter how much effort you put in later, the results will be greatly reduced. Are you, watching this video, also suffering from sleep problems? If so, tell me in the comments what time you usually sleep. Many people think getting 8 hours of sleep is enough. Wrong. The key is not how long you lie in bed, but the quality of your slow-wave sleep. What is slow-wave sleep? Think of it as our brain's dedicated nighttime deep cleaning crew. When we work, study, and think during the day, our brain produces a lot of metabolic waste. Just like a city produces a lot of rubbish after a day's operation. If this rubbish isn't cleared out in time, it builds up in the brain, obstructing nerve signals, making you feel groggy, slow, and forgetful the next day. And this deep cleaning crew only comes out to work during the specific period of slow-wave sleep. It will sort through the memory fragments from the day, taking useful information, like a new song you learned or a new friend's name, from the unstable short-term memory area, and moving it to the stable long-term memory area for storage, like filing away important documents. At the same time, it will completely clear out all the useless memory rubbish. So why do some people sleep for 10 hours and still wake up feeling tired and unable to remember things? It's because they spend the whole night in light sleep. The cleaning crew never had a chance to do their job properly. So, what can we do to get high-quality slow-wave sleep? Dr. Tan gives us 2 of the simplest and most effective tricks. Trick number 1, 2 hours before bed, completely avoid all glowing electronic screens. Yes, you heard that right. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, close your tablet. Why? Because these screens emit something called blue light. This blue light is the enemy of our brain. It tricks our brain into thinking it's still daytime, which suppresses the production of a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is the commander-in-chief that activates our sleep mode, especially in guiding us into slow-wave sleep. If the commander doesn't give the order, your sleep army will naturally be in chaos. Trick number 2, before bed, soak your feet in warm water, not exceeding 40 degrees Celsius. You might say, isn't this just what our grandparents used to do? Yes, but there is deep science behind it. Dr. Tan explains that when our feet are in warm water, the body's blood is drawn towards the lower body. This has 2 effects. First, it lowers our core body temperature, which is an important signal for the body to enter a sleep state. Second, it slows down the blood circulation in our head and brain area, reducing the brain's excitability, like cooling down a high-speed CPU. This way, you can slide into a deep, peaceful sleep much faster and more smoothly. My friends, just try it starting tonight. Put down the phone, have a nice foot soak. This isn't just a ritual. It's giving your hardworking brain the deepest healing and repair it deserves. Step 2, the brain fuel pyramid. Alright, now that our brain has been cleaned and repaired through sleep, the next step is to load it up with ammunition. If sleep is repair, then diet is construction. Our brain is an extremely picky organ when it comes to nutrition. What you feed it is what it gives you back in performance. Many people think boosting the brain is just about eating walnuts. That's too simple. Based on his decades of research, Dr. Tan has built for us a brain nutrition pyramid. It contains 5 of the most important nutrients, like the 5 cornerstones for building a palace of memory. Cornerstone number 1, omega-3 fatty acids. Think of this as the top-grade lubricant for your brain's nerves. 60% of our brain is fat, and omega-3 is the most important component of our brain cell membranes. Sufficient omega-3 allows nerve signals to travel faster and more smoothly, like oiling a rusty gear. Where to find it? Deep-sea fish. For example, salmon, icon sealer, a local favorite, and soba fish are all rich in omega-3. If you don't like fish, flaxseed oil and walnuts also have it. Cornerstone number 2, anthocyanins. This is the brain's super anti-rust coating. During our body's metabolism, it produces bad guys called free radicals. They attack our cells, causing inflammation and aging. This process is called oxidation. Because the brain uses a huge amount of oxygen, it's a major target for oxidative attacks. And anthocyanins are one of the most powerful antioxidants, protecting our brain from being rusted. Which foods have it? Just look for bright colors. Blueberries, strawberries, purple sweet potatoes, and purple cabbage are all treasure troves of anthocyanins. Cornerstone number 3, curcumin. If anthocyanins are for anti-rusting, then curcumin is the brain's powerful anti-inflammatory medicine. Many studies have found that chronic, low-grade inflammation in the brain is a major cause of memory loss and cognitive decline. Curcumin has very strong anti-inflammatory properties and can cross the blood-brain barrier to act directly on the brain. This is why many studies find that Indians, who often eat curry, have one of the lowest rates of Alzheimer's disease in the world. So when you're cooking your stir-fry or making soup, Don't be afraid to add a little turmeric powder. Cornerstone number 4, choline. This is the core building material for our memory molecules. In our brain, there is a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. It is directly responsible for learning and memory. Without it, you can't remember anything. And choline is the most crucial raw material for making acetylcholine. The best source? You never guess. It's the eggs we eat every day, especially the yolk. So, stop throwing away the egg yolk because you're scared of cholesterol. What you're throwing away is the gold for your memory. Cornerstone number 5, folate. If choline is the raw material, then folate is the signal booster for nerve transmission. It helps repair damaged brain cells and reduces a harmful substance called homocysteine, which can damage our blood vessels, including the tiny ones in our brain. Where to find it? All deep green leafy vegetables. For example, spinach, kangkong, and choy sum are all excellent sources of folate. Friends, take a look. Are these 5 nutrients on your plate? Starting tomorrow, prepare a rich and nutritious feast for your brain. Step 3. The 5-minute brain gym. Okay, now our brain is well fed. But just eating without moving, the effect is still limited. This third step is the master stroke. It will teach us how to truly activate our sleeping brain. Many people exercise for health, they run, swim, or hike. These are great for the body. But Dr. Tan points out that to specifically activate the brain and improve memory, there's a simpler, more efficient exercise. He calls it brain gymnastics. The best part is, you don't need any special place or equipment. And it only takes 5 minutes a day. The core secret of this exercise is cross-pattern movement. What does that mean? It means using your right hand to touch your left foot, and your left hand to touch your right foot. Actions that require crossing the midline of your body. Why does this work? Our brain is divided into the left and right hemispheres, connected by a bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. The left brain is for logic and language, the right brain is for images and creativity. Usually, when we do things, only one side of the brain is dominant. But cross-pattern exercises force both your left and right brain to be activated at the same time and to work together closely. This process is like a high-intensity workout for the bridge between the two hemispheres, making signal transmission more frequent and faster. Scientists have found that this type of exercise promotes the production of something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. This stuff is known as the miracle fertilizer for the brain. It stimulates the growth of new neurons and increases the connections between them. Simply put, it makes your brain younger the more you use it. So, how to do it? Dr. Tan recommends 2 classic moves. Move number 1, cross-knee taps. Stand straight, then slowly lift your right knee. And at the same time, use your left elbow to touch it. Then lower it. Switch to lifting your left knee and using your right elbow to touch it. Remember, don't do it too fast. Feel your body's balance and muscle control. Alternate sides for about 20 to 30 repetitions. Move number 2, finger gym. This is even simpler, you can do it sitting down. Hold out both your hands. With your left hand, make a thumbs up sign. With your right hand, make a peace sign, index and middle fingers out. Then, switch them at the same time. So your left hand makes a peace sign and your right hand makes a thumbs up. At first, you might get all clumsy and confused. That's normal. It just shows that the connection between your left and right brain isn't very smooth. Keep practicing, and you'll find yourself getting more coordinated. Every morning after you wake up, or when you feel tired at work, spend 5 minutes doing this brain gym. You're not just stretching your limbs. You're giving your sleeping brain a deep reboot. You'll feel more awake and your thoughts will become much clearer. Step 4. Supercharge your memory hacks. If you've done the first 3 steps, congratulations. Your brain already has a very solid foundation. This next step will be the supercharger that makes your memory improve by leaps and bounds. Dr. Tan says many people have poor memory not because their brain is bad, but because their methods are outdated. They're still using the rote memorization from their school days. The brain has its own preferred and skilled ways of remembering. You have to work with it, not against it. Here, I'll share with you the 4 most effective memory techniques that Dr. Tan recommends. Technique number 1, the method of loci, or memory palace. This sounds very grand, but it's actually incredibly simple. You just link the things you need to remember with a very familiar space. For example, you need to buy 5 things from the supermarket today: milk, eggs, bananas, toilet paper, toothpaste. Imagine you walk into your HDB flat. At the shoe cabinet by the door, you see a carton of milk. You walk into the living room and see a giant egg sitting on the sofa. Then you go to the kitchen, and on the counter, there's a huge bunch of yellow bananas. Next, you go to the toilet, and the toilet bowl is stacked high with toilet rolls. Finally, at the sink, in front of the mirror, you see an oversized tube of toothpaste. The more exaggerated and interesting the image, the better you remember it. When you get to the supermarket, just take a mental walk through your flat. I guarantee you won't forget a single thing. Technique number 2, the multisensory method. When we remember things, don't just use your eyes. Get your hearing, smell, and touch involved too. For example, you meet a new person named Mr. Lim. Don't just look at his name card. Look at his face, sight. Say his name out loud: Mr. Lim, very nice to meet you, hearing and speech. Shake his hand and feel the warmth of his palm, touch. This way, the information enters your brain through multiple channels. You have created several memory anchors, making it much harder to forget. Technique number 3, the spaced repetition method. This is the most scientific weapon against forgetting. The German psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus discovered long ago that we forget things quickly at first, then more slowly. Right after learning something, you might forget 40% in 20 minutes. And maybe 70% after one day. So, reviewing must be timely. And you have to get the timing right. Dr. Tan suggests that for any new piece of information, you should spend a few minutes for a quick review at these 4 points in time, about an hour after learning it, before you sleep, the next day, and 1 week later. Do this, and it will become part of your long-term memory. Technique number 4, the neural connection method. Isolated facts are the hardest to remember. What you need to do is to link them with things you already know. For example, you need to remember a phone number, 6252 to 8121. You can think of it like this: 2528 sounds a bit like easy to find prosperity in Hokkien, Li Wu Li Huit. And 121 is your block number. So, easy prosperity at my block. With this story, you never forget the number. This is using old memories to anchor new ones. Have you learned these 4 methods? They are like installing 4 powerful search engines and compression software for your brain's memory bank. instantly boosting your learning and memory efficiency several times over. Step 5. Master your stress. Finally, we come to the last step. This is the one most easily overlooked, but its destructive power is immense. Managing stress. Dr. Tan Kok Wang uses a very powerful analogy. He says that chronic, long-term stress is the number one silent killer of memory. It's like an invisible fire, burning away at your brain day and night. What's the science behind this? When we feel tense, anxious, or irritable for a long time, our body releases a stress hormone called cortisol. A small amount of cortisol helps us deal with emergencies. But if it stays at a high level for a long time, it becomes toxic. Scientists have discovered through brain scans that long-term high levels of cortisol will directly attack, and even kill, cells in the hippocampus, the core area of our brain responsible for learning and memory. Imagine cortisol is like a highly corrosive acid, and your hippocampus is like a sponge soaking in this acid, being silently eroded and shrinking day by day. How can your memory possibly be good? So, if we want to restore our memory, we must learn how to turn off this tap that's constantly releasing poison. Dr. Tan provides 3 of the simplest, yet scientifically proven, methods for stress reduction. Method number 1, the 4-7-8 breathing technique. You can do this anytime, anywhere. Find a comfortable position, sitting or lying down. First, slowly inhale through your nose while mentally counting to 4. Then, hold your breath while mentally counting to 7. Finally, slowly and evenly exhale through your mouth while mentally counting to 8. Just like that, inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This simple action can immediately activate our parasympathetic nervous system, the relaxation system, quickly lowering your cortisol levels. Method number 2, mindfulness meditation. Don't be put off when you hear the word meditation. The simplest form of mindfulness is just giving yourself 5 to 10 minutes a day to sit quietly, do nothing, and just feel your breath. Feel the air entering your nostrils, and then leaving your nostrils. If a thought pops into your head, it's okay. Don't judge it. Just observe it. And then gently bring your attention back to your breath. This process is training your brain's focus and emotional regulation skills. Method number 3, connect with nature. This is a nearly zero-cost medicine. Numerous studies have confirmed that just spending 20 minutes a week in a park, a nature reserve, or by the sea can significantly reduce the cortisol levels in our body. Go for a walk in Bishan Park. Listen to the birds in the botanic gardens. Smell the flowers. Feel the sunshine and the sea breeze at East Coast Park. This is using the power of nature to heal our stressed out nerves. Friends, don't treat stress as a small matter anymore. It is silently stealing your health and your memory. Learning these 3 tricks is learning how to detox your mind and put out the fire in your brain. Conclusion. Alright, we've now covered all 5 steps of Dr. Tan Kok Wang's Memory Rebirth Quintet. Restore sleep, optimize diet, activate brain, hack memory, and manage stress. Please remember the most important concept today. Your memory decline is really not because you are getting old. It can be completely reversed through scientific methods. The key is to turn knowledge into action. I often say, your brain has an incredible plasticity you can't even imagine. It's not a rock that erodes and gets old with time. It's more like a vibrant garden full of infinite life. In the past, perhaps because you didn't know the methods, you let this garden become overgrown with weeds and desolate. But starting from today, you know how to water it, fertilize it, and prune it. As long as you cultivate it with care, it can definitely blossom with 100 flowers and regain its vitality. I know it's hard to change all your habits at once. So Dr. Tan also specially suggests we can start with 3 very simple things as a breakthrough. First, starting tonight, 1 hour before sleep, put your phone somewhere you can't reach. Second, tomorrow morning after waking up, spend 5 minutes doing 1 set of the cross-knee taps we learned. Third, for tomorrow's breakfast, add 1 nutritious egg, maybe a good old Singaporean soft-boiled egg. Just start with these 3 small things. You will find that change is not so difficult after all. And as your memory gets better day by day, that feeling of regaining control over your own brain and life will be your biggest motivation to keep going. Please share this video with all the family and friends you care about. Let's stop allowing poor memory to be an excuse for us to give up on learning new things and enjoying a wonderful life. From today onwards, let's take back control of our memory. I wish every one of you watching this a sharp, clear, and vibrant young mind. Live old, learn old, and be happy till you're old. See you in the next video.